Okay, Gemara Sanhedrin, Ayin Ches, Amid Aleph, Ayin Ches, Amid Aleph, in the Schattenstein is 78, A3, all the way at the end of the page. In a regular Gemara, it's 11 lines in the end of the page. Ayin Ches Amid Aleph, 11 lines in the end of the page. Okay, Amid Rava said, there's a continuing teachings of Rava about killing animals. You kill a treifa, you don't kill a treifa. And Amid Rava says like this: Shor treifa shahadak. Okay, shor treifa means an ox that has a treifa, that's treifa, that means it's going to die within a year. So many aspects, the din is it's already dead. Therefore, you can't shecht the treifa because you're shechting a dead animal. It's still alive, but the fact that it's going to die within a year, because it's treifa, means you can't shecht it. So he says, what happens in an animal that was a treifa? Shaharag, that killed the person. So now the question, do you kill the animal or not? Normally an ox kills a person, you kill the animal. So it says, Rabbi said chayiv. He is chayiv. That means the ox gets killed. Shor shel adam treifa shaharag. But what happens if the ox was owned by a person who was a treifa? Not the animal was a treifa. The person was a treifa. Then the din is potter. Then he don't kill the ox. Why? My timer, Amakra, because the pasuk says about an ox that kills a person. Hashar yisakel, the ox you stone. The gamba, all of you must, you kill the person, which by the way doesn't mean literally you kill the owner, it means he has to pay money. But the pasuk in the same statement says you kill the ox and you kill the owner. So therefore the Gemara learns, all of you must, any case where the owner can die, then the ox can get stoned. But any case, because we learned before in the Gemara, if a treifa kills somebody, you can't kill him. So therefore the din is, if the ox is owned by a person who's a treifa, just like you can't kill the person because the Gemara said before he's a treifa, so then you can't kill the ox either. That's what Rava holds. Ravashi holds no. Afilu shor treifa nami shoharek potter. Not only, Rava said, if the ox is a treifa, you kill the ox. That's what Rava said. Ravashi said no. Even if the ox was a treifa, you can't kill the ox. My timer, because kiv and dilu bolim have a ptir, because just like this, if the ox would be the owner, in other words, the ox cannot be stricter than the owner. If the owner killed the person, you wouldn't kill the owner because he's a treifa. Gemara said before, if the owner's a treifa, you can't kill him because he's dead already. So if the owner can't get killed, Ravashi says, so how can you kill the ox? So there's an argument between Rav and Ravashi. Okay, everybody agrees that if the owner is a treifa, the owner of the ox is a treifa, you can't kill the ox because the pasuk says you kill the ox and you kill the owner. So if you can't kill the owner, you can't kill the ox. What happens if the ox itself is only the treifa, not the owner? So Rava says he gets killed. Why not? The ox killed somebody, you kill him. But Ravashi says, no, you can't kill him. Because the ox cannot be stricter than the owner. If the owner killed somebody, you wouldn't kill the owner. So if an ox kills somebody, you kill the ox.
So what are you going to do with the ox?
Nothing.
So kill the owner.
The owner's going to die. The ox is going to die anyway.
Why not kill the treifa owner?
Because you don't kill the owner. It says you must. The Gemara says doesn't mean money. You kill him. It means he has to pay kaifer. He has to pay money. If somebody's ox kills somebody, even though the Torah says gamba all of you must, it doesn't mean literally. Just like ayin tachas ayin, eye for eye, doesn't mean literal. Gamba all of you must. Rashi says in Chumash Mishpatim, and that's what from the Gemara. The Gemara learned that it can't be he killed the owner because he didn't do it. His ox did it.
But the gory ox, you know that it's going to do it again.
No. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm responsible somebody is responsible to die because his axe killed somebody. He didn't kill anybody.
We're talking about a short nagyach that was established 3 times. Only after 3 times of goring you kill him, not the first 2.
No, when he kills a person, you kill him anyway.
Even if it's the first time.
Yeah. Okay. She said by a kalev.
I have a question.
What?
So, short trefa can live the whole year. It's not like if the trefa is already going to be dying.
The
like
din in treifis and shchunarach from the Gemara in Chulin says clearly that the definition of a treifa is the animal has an illness or a puncture or a hole or something
Injury.
that the animal is going to die within 12 months.
Oh, it's not trefa when another animal attack him, like for example.
That's another
tiger.
definition of treifa.
Oh, so maybe
Basa
that's-
basada treifa leisechel. The Gemara learns out. Why do you have to check the lungs of an animal? You have to check the various limbs of an animal. Because if there's certain punctures, injuries, needles, or whatever, damages, then it's a treif animal. Okay. She said by a sakelev. So it said like this. Now what happens if a guy incited a dog or a snake against somebody? Now the guy got the dog and the snake to bite somebody, and the guy died, so the owner is not chayiv. Why? The Mishnah said because he only did it indirectly. He didn't do it directly. The snake was the one that killed him.
If I send a snake to somebody's room and the snake kills someone, I'm not chayav?
No, the Mishnah said you're potter.
Even if you train the snake to kill someone.
Here. Shisa bayis a kelev, shisa bayis a nachash. Decided as a dog as or a snake, yeah? But hishu bayis a nachash is important. But if he directly caused the snake to bite someone, meaning he took the snake by its head and put it on the person and the snake bit him.
So
Then
why
it's
is that-
direct, not indirect.
Why is that different than shooting an arrow? It's not.
That's why you chayiv. But even that case, only Rabbi Yehuda says chayiv. Chum say potter. Even if a guy took the snake or the dog and took the head of the snake and put it on the guy's body, and the guy was bitten and died, Rabbi Yehuda says chayiv, and the Chum say potter. So what's the? Obviously, the Gemara is going to explain now. What's the concept? If it's indirect, you're potter. If it's direct, then you're chayiv. If it's indirect, you're grama, causing indirect to your potter. If the guy did it directly, then he's chayiv. So the Gemara says like this. Interesting. The Gemara is going to discuss now where is the venom of the snake. Because that matters if it's going to be direct or indirect. So the Gemara says like this. Amar Rav Acha bar Yaakov. Kshetim tzeleimar. When you want to say, meaning, if you analyze it, you'll figure out the divrei Rabbi Yehuda, according to Rabbi Yehuda, who says you're chayiv when you put the snake on somebody's body. Aros nochash ben shina v'oimid. The fangs are in between the teeth, in the mouth. Therefore, when you put the snake on the guy, it's direct poison that you're putting in. Lefigo, therefore, makish b'sayif. Therefore, the perpetrator, if that's the case, then the snake didn't do anything. A guy takes a snake, right? In other words, if a snake kills somebody, he killed the snake too. Just like an ox that kills somebody, he killed the ox, right? So if the snake kills somebody, you kill the snake. That's if it does it on its own. But the Gemara says like this. If you have a guy takes the face of the snake, Rabbi Yehuda says, yeah, and he bites the guy, puts him on the guy, so Rabbi Yehuda says the guy is chayiv. Why is he chayiv? Because it's direct. Why is it direct? So the Rav Acha bar Yaakov says because the poison is between the teeth of the snake, the fangs, and therefore you do it. So then the Nachash didn't do anything. You did it. So therefore, therefore, in that case, Makish, the man that put the snake there gets saved because the punishment for murder is headache. Chop off his head. The Nachash potter. but the nachash is potter because nachash didn't do anything. But l'devre chachamim, but according to the chacham that say the guy's potter because it's indirect. Why is it indirect? So he says, "Odas nachash meyatzmehu." The nachash does it on his own, meaning after it pierces the guy, then the nachash creates the venom to kill the guy. Lefigo, therefore, nachash skila. Therefore, the snake did it. So the snake gets killed. V'hamakish, and the man is potter. So in other words, the argument between Rabbi Yehuda and the Chachamim, if a guy takes the head of a snake or dog, right, and puts it on the guy, so according to Rabbi Yehuda, you're chayiv because the venom is in between by the fangs of the snake, so therefore the guy did it and the snake didn't do anything. The guy did everything. So the snake doesn't get killed. But if, according to the Chachamim, that the guy is potter, because the venom is not between the fangs of the snake. Therefore, the guy didn't do anything, but the snake did it. So the snake get killed and the guy doesn't.
But the question is this.
1 second, what?
What difference does it make where the venom is? I mean,
If it's direct or indirect?
I mean, if it's between his,
If it's between the teeth, and I put the thing that means I put the venom directly into the person.
that's where it is, of course.
No, the Gemara says The Gemara
Where
says
else could it be?
it says he throws it up. Yeah. Spews out the poison after the guy did it.
Could we say that the snake can decide whether
It's not
he
in the
spits it
stomach.
out.
Well, the expression of the Gemara is Mikey is like throw up. He spits it up.
Some snakes hiss.
No, there's
the snake
Sometimes
decides
my
whether
question
to
is
inject the poison or not, because when it's eating, he's not going to inject. He has control over that.
Yeah, but snakes have no free choice. That's
But
the
the
point. You
question
That was
can't.
my other question. I mean, if he's
Why do you
doing
kill
it-
the snake? We learned already. Why do you kill the snake? Why do you kill the ox? You don't have
But
free
if I
choice.
didn't do it, if I didn't push the snake wouldn't do it. So it's like I'm doing. It's like not.
But
the
I
free
didn't
choice
directly
of
kill the guy.
But the question is this: can the snake?
The snake is like a
maybe
knife in my hand.
When you put him on the
No.
end of the person, if the snake like chews or not, like is to
Yeah,
put the venom or not,
there
that's
is,
the
there is
question.
venomless biting. Sometimes they bite and they don't.
But the
really
snake
bite.
doesn't have free choice. You don't understand.
Oh.
You're talking about punishing a guy with death is only if an animal doesn't have free. Why do you kill the ox who kills a person? Not because the ox did something wrong. Because something bad happened to a person through the ox, right? The Torah says he killed him.
But if you're putting it, keeping you, it's like. If
It's a weapon.
It's like me destroying the gun. Okay, the gun killed someone. Now you have to destroy the gun.
I put the gun next to the guy's heart, but I don't pull the trigger.
It's automatic.
God forbid.
It's not.
if
But it is
somebody puts a
automatic.
It's
gun
not.
in- Somebody.
But he didn't do it.
Somebody owns a gun, has the permit for a gun, and he puts it in a room. There's no locks or anything on the gun, and God forbid somebody uses it and gets shot. Who is responsible?
According to Torah,
Yes.
only the guy that shot him. The other guy is not. Now, in secular law, it's different because he's an accomplice and he's in Torah law. B'day Shemayim, maybe you have to figure it out what to do there. But Bezdin can't kill you. You didn't do anything.
Is the owner's gun?
So he did it.
He didn't do it, but
So you don't do it. You're not chayiv. Why is it so difficult to understand? You do something, you're chayiv. You don't do something, you're potter. You do something indirectly, you're potter.
But here it says, but according to the sage, the snake spews out the poison of its own volition.
Right.
After
That
having
means it's
taken-
not the guy himself sticking the poison into the guy because the poison's in the mouth.
it's indirect.
Yep. Okay, next.
But according to
Next
Daniel,
mission.
he said that the snake can bite somebody without even putting the poison.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
If a snake bites somebody and the guy doesn't die, then you don't kill the snake. Duh. If a guy shoots a gun at somebody and misses, you don't kill him.
And if you kill the snake and then the guy didn't die,
Even if he doesn't miss and it doesn't kill, you don't kill him.
Okay. Okay, so now the next Mishnah says like this. Bottom of Ayin Ches. Hamakas Chaveirei, a guy hits somebody, be'evnei be'egref with a stone or his fist. V'amdu lemisa. And the judges say, listen, because what's the din? The Torah says, if a guy hits somebody, Bezdin has to figure out, is that enough to kill a guy or not? If I just smacked you in the face like this, and then the guy dies. So Bezdin knows that this is not going to kill a guy. So even though the guy died from it, I'm not going to be chayiv misa because I didn't hit him a hit that's going to kill him. So who has to evaluate if the guy is going to die from it or not? Bezdin has to evaluate, right? So it says like this: V'amdu milamisa. Bezdin assessed that the guy would die from the wound. What happened? V'heikum mashahaya, and then he recovered a little bit. Now the judge says he's not going to die. Okay? First the judge says from this hit he's going to die. Then the guy got better a little bit. The judge says he's not going to die. And then, and then the guy deteriorated and died. So the din is chayiv.
What is deteriorated?
Deteriorated. He got worse. In other words, the initial blow, Bezdin said, would kill him. Then he got better, and Bezdin says, no, he's not going to die. Then the guy got worse and died. So the Chachamim say chayiv, Rabbi Nechemia says potter. Rabbi Nechemia says potter. Why potter? Literally means there's legs to stand on. Meaning, the fact that the guy got better and now is not going to die. So how do you know this did it got worse afterwards and died? How do you know it's from the first blow? Maybe something else happened that made him die. So you can't kill the guy because he didn't for sure kill him. Chachamim say, because Bezdin initially estimated that the guy's going to die, even though it got better, that initial judgment never left.
The Bezdin says he's not going to die.
No, they say he died.
He said that
He would survive.
he would survive, yeah.
And now he got worse again.
So Bezdin is cannot.
So,
they're changing.
no, not change. The guy recovered. 1 second. You never got people that's critically he's dying and all of a sudden something happened and he's not dying.
And then he died.
And then he dies.
Yeah.
Okay. So this you have, the guy hit him. And the hitting was enough to kill him. Then he got better. Not completely better. Because if he got completely better, then obviously the first hit didn't kill him. Right? Here he's being got a little bit better. Enough that Bezdin said he's not necessarily going to die from this. Then it got worse and he died. So Chum say it's all the first blow.
And I believe they thought.
And Rabbi Nechemia says one time. Rabbi Nechemia says not necessarily. Not enough to kill the guy.
Then we learn a long
But that's
time
in
ago
case
that
he
if the
bought one.
Bezdin passes a rule, is from Shamayim that they cannot change it anymore.
Sure they could. If the situation changed. Let me ask you a question.
They're not changing though.
A guy, Bezdin said the guy's going to die.
Right.
And he doesn't die. Does that mean the guy's dead?
Of course not.
But why not? Bezdin said he's going to die.
So the guy didn't listen to Bezdin. That's a very good thing.
I told you the story tonight to be Yehuda. This is what I heard. I don't know if it's
This is
true.
when the guy died, actually.
The guy dropped dead on the spot. Okay, because Torah Paskin, he's dead. Not he will die. Torah said he's dead.
So the guy should listen to the Bezdin and die.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're not changing their ruling.
They're not changing the ruling, they're changing the Metzias.
Yeah,
The Metzias changed.
right. They're not changing.
But I'm saying, the first ruling still stays that if the guy eventually got worse and because of that died, then the first hit was what did it.
So they're not ruling, they're just giving a...
If the reverse would happen, a guy hit somebody, Bezdin said he's not going to die from this.
Yeah.
And then he does die from it, it's lav dafka going to be chayiv. We'll see later.
Yeah,
Because Bezdin ruled he didn't hit him enough. Later he died. That's because maybe something else happened.
Maybe it's indirect because he does that.
Rabbi, here we're talking only one hit.
What's the difference?
The guy hit once, got sick,
Oh yeah, he could maybe hit him 5 times when he did it, yeah.
but it's not like he got hit him and then he got better.
No. If he hit him again, then for sure he's chayiv.
Yeah.
The Mechamir also say chayiv.
And so what does it mean that it has legs to stand? Why is this obvious?
No, he says that there's raglaim nadav min legs to stand on, that he didn't die because of the first hit, because he got better in the middle. If he's for sure going to die, how did he get better? Why did he get better? Okay, Tan Rabbanan. Okay, now the Gemara is going to explain the machlekes between the Nechemia and the Chachamim. So he says, Rabban learned. Azu Darish Rab Nechemya, this is what Rab Nechemya learned. The pasuk says about, you hit somebody. So it says like this: Im Yakum v'salch b'chutz. If a guy hits his friend, he doesn't die, and he walks out, goes outside, yeah, al mishantei on his own power, then v'nika amaka, then he doesn't get executed. The Torah says, listen to the statement Torah says. A guy hits somebody, then the Torah says like this: if the guy gets up and walks on his own thing outside, then you don't kill the executor. Yeah? It's obvious question. Why would I? The guy didn't die. Pasuk says a guy hits somebody, he doesn't die, and he gets better and he's outside, walking around.
If he doesn't die right
So the Torah says you don't kill him. Gemara said, duh, why would I kill him if the guy didn't die?
But if he has a brain hemorrhage and it's going to kill him in an hour...
Then that Bezdin estimated he's going to die. So it says like this: V'chisayl al daitcha. Rabbi Nechemya said, will it ever enter your mind that the victim is walking around the street, right? And the assailant is going to get killed? So what's the Torah? So obviously the Torah is not teaching us that din. That's very obvious, correct? So what's the Torah teaching us? It says like this: it means, Rabbi Nechemya says, this pasuk is teaching you my din. What's the din? Bezdin said he was going to die, and then he got better and he's walking outside. Yeah? And afterwards, the guy deteriorated, got worse, and he died. Potter. So then Rabbi Nechemya says it's a clear pasuk that I learned it out from. The pasuk says he hit a guy and he walks outside in the street. You don't kill him. You don't kill the assailant. It's a question: well, how can I kill him? He's alive. Why should I kill him? Yes. So therefore, Rabbi Nechemya says, what does the pasuk mean? The guy was supposed to die, based on the first hit, and then he got better, and then he died. So you don't kill him. So then it's a chiddush of the pasuk that you don't kill him. So now the question is, v'rabbanon hay v'nika maka. Okay, what does the chachamim do with this that he's absolved? Chachamim say he's chayiv. In that case, what does v'nika maka mean? What does the pasuk mean? It can't mean that the pasuk is teaching us a simple din that if you hit a guy and he gets better and he's walking around, you don't get killed. So it says like this. What does it mean, v'nika maka? It's an interesting din. Malamet shechayv shenei say. Bezdin puts the guy in jail until they figure out if the guy's going to die or not. Listen to this. V'nika amaka means the guy is innocent. But what does it mean he's innocent? Of course he's innocent. The guy's alive. Chacham say no. You put him back into prison. You put him in prison. Not as a punishment. Not as a sentence. Until we find out if the guy stays alive, we don't kill him. And if the guy dies, we're going to kill him. Exactly like Chacham said. Not like Rabbi Nechemya. Chachamim hold, if you hit a guy and Bezdin said he's going to die, then the guy gets better, he's not going to die, and then he gets worse and he dies, Chachamim say you kill him. That's exactly what the pasuk is saying. What does it mean? V'nika maki is innocent? It means not that he's innocent, you put him in jail until we find out what the story is.
For how long?
Rabbi Nechemya, 1 second. So Rabbi Nechemya asks, Chavisha minole. So how does Rabbi Nechemya learn that you put somebody in prison? Obviously, this concept of imprisonment here is very logical. Because we don't know if the guy's going to die. If the guy's going to die, we kill him. If he's not going to die, we don't kill him. So what do you do? I mean, there's no bail, letting him out on bail. So what would Bezdin do? Lock him up temporarily. And what's interesting, so the Gemara says, okay, the Chachamim learn out you put a guy in prison to figure out, right, from the pasuk Nikamaka. Rabbi Nechemya uses the Nikamaka to tell me that, like his din, that if the guy got better and then he died, you don't kill him. So how does Rabbi Nechemya know you put the guy in prison until you find out? So he says, Yalef Merkesha Shaitan. We learn it out from another din in Chumash. The guy chopped wood on Shabbos, right?
They put him to see what.
They put him into prison to know what to do. Then Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, Skila, right? Okay. So now, for Rabbanos, and now the question according to the Chachamim, why do they do V'nika Maka to teach me the guy goes to prison? Why can't you learn now from Mekaysh Sheitzim?
Right.
Let him learn out imprisonment from them. If you don't know what to do, you temporarily put the guy in prison. The Gemara said Mekaysh Bar Katolu. Over there was a different story by Mekaysh Sheitzim. Rashi says in Chumash, there are a few stories in Chumash. The guy that cursed God, they put him into prison until Hashem tells him you kill him. And the Mekaysh Sheitzim, right? The guy should, it's tough according to many opinions. Chopped wood on Shabbos. Yes? Now, why did they lock him up? The Gemara is saying here, and Rashi brings it obviously in Chumash from the Gemara, that they knew that Mechal Shabbos gets killed. Because already in the Aseret Sedibris, Mechal Mois Yumas. They didn't know what death to kill him. Skila Sreifa had a Gechanik. But they knew he was going to get Misa. So therefore they locked him up, not to see if he's going to die, to see what type of death. So he said, you can't learn out all cases from Mekaysh Sheitzim. Mekaysh Sheitzim was, they knew he was going to get killed.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal. They didn't know what type of. But to say that we don't know if a guy is going to die or not, and therefore we don't know if we're going to kill him or not, you can't learn on Mekaysh Sheitzim. So the Gemara says like this: Mekaysh Bar Katolu. The Mekaysh Sheitzim, everybody knows. Mesha lo yada, what Mesha didn't know. Katolu b'mai, how to kill him, right? So therefore, that was a definite done deal. The question is only how to kill him. Lafuke, to exclude the other case in our Gemara. The loyadin and ibakatolu or not bakatolu. We don't know if the guy's going to get killed or not, because we don't know if the guy's going to live or die. The victim by murder, right? So how do you? So now the question of Rab Nechemya. So then Rab Nechemya can't do this either, then, because it's Mekaysh Sheitzim is different. So where did he learn imprisonment from? Mimegadef, from the blasphemer. Yeah, over there it says Vayinichu b'mishmar. Okay, in Vayikra it says Lifresh lahem al pi Hashem, to figure out what Hashem wanted to do. So it says like this: they didn't even know if he was going to get killed or not. Then v'chavshu. Okay, so you learn it out from Megadef. Yes. So now the Gemara says, okay, let the Rabbanon learn out imprisonment from Megadef, and they won't need the pasuk v'nika maka. So the Gemara answered, Megadef so Megadef was unique.
You can't drive precedent.
Hadak, as it called. You can't set a precedent for any cases because it was a unique thing. Where do we see that it was a unique thing? Ketanya says in the Brisa like this: Moshe Rabbeinu knew the wood chopper, the Mekaysh Sheitzim, is going to get killed. Shenaba, because already it said Yumas. It says in Chumash clearly the guy dies. Right? What did Moshe Rabbeinu not know? Shenama, because it says Kilei Peidash, because Hashem didn't clarify what should be done to him, what type of Misa should he get. But Megadef, the Brisa says, Leinama boy Lifresh lam al pi Hashem. It doesn't say to figure out from Hashem how to kill him. Moshe didn't know he doesn't know if he is going to get killed. Okay? And therefore the Torah said, what to do to him by the Megad, by the blasphemer, because we didn't even know if he's Chayiv Misa or not. So therefore, the Gemara says like this: Megadef. Okay, how do you know that this summarize this Gemara? How do we know that if a guy is supposed to get killed, or we don't know if he gets killed, or we don't know if he's going to get killed, that you put him in prison? Okay, so the Chachamim learn it out from the pasuk v'nika maka, because the Torah says you hit somebody and he's going to die, and then he gets bad and walks outside. You don't kill him. Of course, you can't kill him. The guy's alive. So v'nika maka, Rabbi Nechemya teaches us that. What does it mean that if the guy got worse afterwards, you kill him? Chachamim hold. Nechemya says to teach me that you don't kill him. Right? V'nika maka, he's innocent. But the Chachamim, what do they do v'nika maka? So the v'nika maka teaches us you put him into prison. So when I say, how did Rabbi Nechemya know that you put a guy in prison? So he said, Mekaysh Sheitzim. So Gemara says you can't learn that from Mekayshel Shaitim because Moshe Rabbeinu knew the guy was going to die. He just didn't know what else to give him. So he said, okay, from Megadif. So Gemara says, why can't the Chacham learn that from Megadif? Megadif is unique. It's a unique situation. But the Pearl, but both opinions seem to say that if a guy hits somebody, and we don't know if the guy's going to die or not, we have to wait. Bezdin will lock up the guy until they figure out what the story is.
At what point is he healthy if he walks on his feet? I mean, what is the test that he's okay now? They do a PT scan?
Yeah, PT scan. They
observe.
Bezdin, they're doctors in those days.
They observe.
But they're a little secret. Doctors in those days, with all due respect, we're better doctors than today. Except we have more knowledge, not the pharmacists. Pharmacists were definitely worse. The doctors had a better understanding without all the technology in there. They know. The Rambam was a brilliant doctor. He didn't know of all the technology we have today.
Sometimes they could smell the defecation and know what's wrong with
They know. But again, this whole concept of prison, there's no prison sentence in Torah. The Gemara says these two cases, Megadif and Mekayshel Shaitim, plus if a guy kills somebody, hits somebody, we don't know if he's going to die or not. The Gemara clearly says he's in jail. There's other cases where Bezdin would lock somebody up, but not, L'mashal, it says, if there was a crazy person that was going around beating up people and killing people and you couldn't prove it, but it's like the OJ case. Everybody knew he did it, just couldn't prove it. So in the time of the Gemara, in the time of the Chumash, Torah, they would lock him up, not as a punishment, not as a sentence of a punishment. There's no jail term in Torah, and the Rebbe explains why. They would lock him up, push it to keep him off the street. Or they said Nebuch, if there was a girl that was crazy, pushing Nebuch crazy, and all the men were taking advantage of her, so then they would lock up the girl for her protection. But it wasn't a jail. They would push it to keep them that they would be protected.
Is the jail, Jewish jail, different with the normal jail?
You mean it's a country club?
Yeah. I just want to know what the...
No, it wasn't the jail. It was... Hello? Avi, if something wrong. Something happened there.
Somebody called you and went to the beginning.
Okay, Ayin Ches Samid Aleph, and the Schattenstein to 70. Okay. Anyway, so it was, they put him away, locked him up in a house somewhere. It doesn't say exactly what.
But do we have jail in Judaism?
No. Jail is a sentence, no. And the Rebbe explains why. In the Sikha, the Rebbe explains, it's a printed Sikha already in English, they printed it at the Aleph Institute. The Rebbe explains, because a person is created to have a constructive life. So therefore, like this, if a person didn't have, let's say they ate treif. They ate treif of food. So you whip him to cleanse him, and then move on in your life, get moving on. Certain averas a person does, like murder or capital punishment cases, the Torah says you forfeited your right to live a constructive life, therefore we kill you. There's no purpose anymore of your living. You did such a terrible thing that you cannot live any more constructive life. If there are witnesses, the whole spiel when a guy gets killed, which was almost never, right? Once in 7 years, 70 years. Then the din is the guy forfeits his right. But to put a guy in jail to do nothing is against the entire existence why a person was created. Therefore, the Rebbe spoke many times in Sichas, and the guys are working with judges for rehabilitation versus putting a guy in jail. Jail, the Rebbe says, the fact is guys are in jail become more hardcore criminals than before. So, the jail concept is the Rebbe believed in rehabilitation, Torah believes in rehabilitation, to get the person back to live a constructive life. Because now we don't have capital punishment. So now that the guy's not getting killed, what do you put him in jail for? To rot and do nothing and become a worse criminal. Most of them become worse criminals in jail. So rather than rehabilitate the person. But there's no jail. But there is a concept of jail, like we're learning here, to wait to find out if he gets killed, what killing, or to keep him off from the street. I mean, but that's not as a sentence of 10 years, 20 years, life in prison. That doesn't exist in Yiddishkeit. Okay. So now the Gemara says like this. Bishleim el Rab Nechemya. This is good according to Rab Nechemya. Hainu diksiv trei umdene. Okay, I have to say the psukim. When it comes to guy beats somebody up, if he's going to die or not, the Torah says like this. V'cheyiruvon anoshim. Two people are fighting. V'ika ishes re'eu. I'm reading the pasuk now. That's not in the Gemara. That the guy will hit his friend. V'lo yamus. He won't die. V'nofel mishkav. He'll go in bed. In other words, he'll falls into bed, but he's not going to die, right? Then the pasuk says, "Im yokum v'salach b'chutz al mishantei." If the guy gets up and walks out, then you don't kill him. V'nika makim, right? So the Torah says like this. There's two things the Torah is saying. You beat him up, he doesn't die, but he goes to bed, meaning he's laid up in bed, but he's not dying. And then the pasuk says, if he gets up and walks around, then the guy's innocent. So the Torah is speaking about two estimations. There's one estimation that Torah says he's not dying, he's going to be in bed. But the guy's not dying. And then the Torah says he gets up and walks around. Yeah? So according to Rabbi Nechemya, that makes sense. Why is there two? Because what's Rabbi Nechemya's din? The guy hit somebody. Bezdin says he's going to die. Evaluation 1. Then the guy gets a little bit better. Bezdin evaluates, second time, that he's not going to die. Right? Then the guy dies a third time. Then he dies anyway. So Nechemya says, obviously the halacha changes. Because the first time was Misa, and the second time he's not Misa. So that's where the halacha is put. It makes sense. But according to the Chachamim, that say you're chayiv, there's only one evaluation. The initial evaluation is the evaluation. Where do you have a second evaluation? So he says like this. Bishleim, let's see it inside. Bishleim Rab Nechemya, according to Rab Nechemya, therefore, the Torah says two assessments are written in Chumash. The first one is Bezdin said he's going to die and he lives. Period. Or v'chad amdur lemisa. They said he's going to die, and then he became better, and then he died. But in both cases, the Torah says he's potter. El Rabbanim, according to the Chachamim, why do I need two evaluations in the Torah? There's only one evaluation. The guy's going to die, period. Even if he got better, the Chacham he's going to die. So my answer is Chadam Dul Lemisa v'Chaya v'Chadam Dul Chayiv L'mas. Gemara said, you know what the two evaluations are? One is they said he's going to die, and he didn't. And the second one is Bezdin said he's not going to die, and he dies. In both cases, the guy's innocent. In other words, the Torah makes two assessments, and the Torah says he's innocent. Right? Two assessments, two psukim that say he's innocent. Now, according to Rabbi Nechemya, it makes sense. I'll show you two innocents. One is they said he's going to die and he doesn't. And the second one is they said he's going to die, he got better, then got worse, he's still innocent. But according to the Chacham, in the second case, you're chayiv, so why do you have two assessments? So Gemara says, yeah, I'll tell you what they are. One is you said he's going to die and he doesn't. You're innocent. And the second one, Bezdin said he's not going to die, and then he dies. You're also potter. Because Bezdin assessed that you're potter, meaning the guy hit you is not going to kill you. So why did you die? Why did he die? Why did he die? Because he said a lie. I mean, he's going to die because he died. Not because of the guy. So now the Gemara says in Rabbi Nechemia, how does Rabbi Nechemia know the second law? Yeah, that if you evaluate he's going to die, he's not going to die, and he dies, you potter. How do I learn that out? He says like this: Amdu l'chayim v'meis leitzarich kra. I don't need a pasuk to tell me if they said he's going to live, and then he dies that you potter. Chum say we learn that from a pasuk. Rabbi Nechemia said, I don't need a pasuk. It's obvious. Once Bezdin says he's not going to die from the wound, you're off the hook. You're a free man.
They're not
going to take back a free man and kill him. Chachamim say no. If Bezdin said he's not going to die and he dies, I need a pasuk to tell me you're potter. Because maybe the bottom line, maybe Bezdin made a mistake and he did die. Rabbi Nechemia says, I don't need a pasuk for that. It's obvious. So therefore, what do I need the two psukim for? One is if Bezdin said he's going to die and he lives, he's off the hook. And Nechemia says the second assessment is Bezdin said he's going to die, he gets better, then dies, then you're still potter. Chomechol didn't know that case you're chayiv. Rabbi Nechemia says, with the Torah to teach me that if Bezdin says he's not going to die and then he dies, that you're potter, I don't need a pasuk, it's obvious. Bezdin is a free man, why should he get killed?